is about fitness and well-being, physical fitness, mental wellness, and an overall sense of self-love. And when you talk about fitness in Dubai, there is no way you haven't heard of my guest today. My guest today has helped not only transform so many bodies, but touched so many, many lives with his fitness regimen. Today on the podcast with me is award-winning bodybuilder, fitness guru, celebrity trainer, and the supermodel, Yasir Khan. Thank you so much for joining me today, Yasir. I'm super excited and a little intimidated to have you on the show now.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to be with you. Thank you.
So Yasir, when we read about you, you have an amazing, amazing story. Your story is one for the books or the movies, like from your very, very humble childhood, to creating this empire today of yours. You have come, quite a long journey.
Yes. So, well, to be honest with you, my parents are here in Dubai. Yeah. And I was talking to my father, my dad. I was talking to him and we both were alone, and I was discussing about my childhood and everything, because he's very proud and he's very, we always talk about the old days. Mm-hmm. And I was telling him that how I still remember when he sent me to Madrasa when I was 4 years old, and I was explaining him the smell of it, the texture of the wall, the color of the wall, and he was quite shocked. And not only just that, before he was sending me, what was my mental state, that how many people came and met me, where we went to market, who did what to me, who said what to me. I remember he's surprised. He was shocked that how those, events made such a big impact on me, that mm-hmm. after 29 years, I have memories, such strong memories, that even so we were living in a building which was my uncle's building, and there was tenants came from Bombay, and they were renovating, and I was telling him that the night before those work was going on. So he was very, very shocked, and that's kind of shocking for me also, and for many people, that how I remember those things, that well. And
so are you talking about good memories or your bad memories?
Good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Good and bad both.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking to one of the psychologists also a while ago, I think a couple of months ago, and he told me that one of the incident which happened to me. So he was asking me how you started, what you remember. I said I remember when I'm going to Madrasa, and the second day of the Madrasa. Imagine second day of the Madrasa. I remember that it was the second day.
Mm-hmm.
I was yeah. So what happened to me at that time, I remember that. And that incident made me go against the whole, the whole system, because that was I was very young, and I was missing my mother. And come on, what do you expect from 4-year-old kid? Of course, he's going to miss his parents. I was missing my mother, and I had a picture of my mother and me in Quran. And I was, I was crying, and I was constantly looking at that picture. And that one of the teacher, he came and he called me, and I went there. He just tore that picture first, and then he beat me. And I think that was the thing. That's the second day that happened to me, and I wanted to just run away from all the madrasas. Mm-hmm. And that running and chasing and constant fight and going against everyone, against society, against my family. It started from there at the age of 4, and it lasted till 13. When in Islam, it's you are adult after 13.
Yeah, you hit your puberty.
As a boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a boy. So that's the time when my father is very religious, and he's a very good man. Mashallah. And he's that's it. This is my last attempt, and I failed in that. And I said okay, now here's my freedom.
As in, he was pulling you out of madrasa.
Yeah, no. After 20 madrasas, he attempted 30. At the age of 13,
20 different madrasas.
Yeah, 20 different madrasas. So at the age of 13, he said that's it, khalas. Now you live your life the way you want. Now you are adult, and it's up to you how you want to pursue your life from here onwards. And this is your bed, which was in a storeroom, and you will get 2 times food. One, you will get first thing in the morning, which is your breakfast and dinner. Now you need to sort your lunch out how you want it. Now, if you want to live your life,
at the age of 13,
at the age of 13, and I had no schooling, nothing at that time.
So when you're
I did
going to
not
the
go to school.
madrasa, you don't have a proper schooling in terms of education, like, the different subjects or any of it.
Well, these things are like kind of like improved a lot in today's time.
Yeah, no,
At
I
that time
remember, like,
also,
back in the days, it was very limited, like an exposure to what you would be learning.
yeah, at that time also it was, but unfortunately, where I'm from, basically I'm from Madhya Pradesh, center of India, and that itself is not very well developed. And that time I'm talking about like 25 plus years ago, like 28, 29 years ago. It was not even, forget about mother side, it was not even that developed in the like the normal educational side, like the your
government schools.
like the schooling, the academics. It was not that developed at that time. So if I'm talking about mother side, like even way more difficult to find something nice. And I studied in Sironj.
Okay.
If you know Sironj, it's a town in Madhya Pradesh. Like it was somewhere around 400 kilometers away from my city, and 400 kilometers used to be like, to be honest with you, because the roads were not fine. I remember all these things. So usually 400 kilometers takes like 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours maximum if you go. But that used to take like, I think 10, 12 hours at that time, because the roads were like horrible. So if you go by bus, and that's the book we are writing actually right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So because
So I'm not wrong. I did start off right, saying that this is a story for the books.
Yeah, exactly. And many people like told me long ago, not now, 10 years ago actually. And I always waited, like, let the right time comes in. And now I feel like it's the right time, because it will also inspire me to continue my story in a right way, in a better way, like keep making progress and keep growing. Because when you know there's some deadline, you always, and that's what I do with my clients also. I set goals, goals with the time, create a whole timeline so that you work towards it. And as Elon Musk says in today's time, that if you want to clean your room, and if you give 30 days, it will take 30 days. But if you want to clean your room in 3 hours, it's going to take 3 hours. So it's up to you.
It's all about setting the right goals. Okay, so we digressed a little bit. So going back to your story, and then like, when did you develop this interest? Because now, from what you say, from the very minimal exposure that you had, like, studying in madrasa in a small town in Madhya Pradesh, and also, let's be honest, to the little to almost limited awareness on, bodybuilding. And this is a career path that you chose for yourself.
I think this fitness chose me. I did not choose fitness, to be honest. I had no option. I had no idea what fitness is. I mean, before fitness, I started selling milk. I was working at a bookstall, and I was I was supplying comics. In those days, comics used to be very in demand, and I was doing a couple of things. And to be honest, like, I never thought like I would, because there was no such profession in fitness industry. What will you do? Yeah, there was no such profession, especially in Bhopal, in such town where I'm from. And none of my family.
Interesting, how you identified this for yourself.
Yeah, and first time I ever got to travel because of fitness only. Nobody ever traveled in my family. I'm talking about my family, my parents and my sister. Nobody ever traveled out of the Bhopal. Till the age of 16, 17, I never stepped out of Bhopal, apart from my mother's house. And those were like
30 odd madrasas.
Yeah, so I never stepped out. And first time I had to step out, and it was for Bombay, and that was my train. And I was leaving. I still remember my parents' face, and I told them, like, this is the last time you ever came to drop me, never again. Because it's like, how a mother and a father would feel. I was like, this is the last time. And I was very young, and this is like, who goes in this? That's like, I will go. And I will find out. It's like, you have no one there.
So after the age of 13, did you like go to a school, or did you get some proper education?
No, I tried once. I went to school for 3 weeks, and I thought like I will be able to like do a job part time, and then I'll able to support myself at the same time. But it didn't work. I stopped. The school timing and everything was like very difficult, and the other activities that I was losing my business, whatever the milk selling business and everything, because you supply milk at first thing in the morning, and that was the time of going to school. And so I could not pursue that. And my mind was like constantly, because my mind was equation plus and minus. If I'm if this is my fees, how much I'm making, and what, like, it was
Mm-hmm.
very difficult for me
Yeah,
to, okay,
conflicting.
how much is the cost of my dress, and how much is the cost of my shoes, what I'm going to do this, how I'm going to manage this. Oh, if I'm losing business, then
Yeah.
you have no support and nothing. So that's why I could not do more than 3 weeks.
So
That
you
was the,
prioritized your business, your
of course,
education. Yeah, I
you
mean,
have
like it's
to,
a survival of the fittest, right? You had to survive.
exactly. It doesn't matter like what, and to be honest, um, I should not say that, but today when I see the people who have studied at that time, and I could not, I feel that it's good that I did not, because, yeah, seriously, the reason is that I studied, because not like because education is bad. No, education is very good. I'm not talking about that, but it put me in situation where I had to really make very quick decisions, and I did not have option B. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever the decision whatever thing I decide to do, I just need to give my 100%, because I don't have option B. That,
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
if I will not do this job properly, I have degree or something, and I'll
Yeah.
apply for a
Fall
job
back on.
and
Yeah.
I'll get the other. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, so 13 I started training, because when all the suffering stopped, and suffering, I'm not saying like, I'm not talking about just a madrasas or my family.
Mm-hmm.
They were difficult, but I think the whole situation got very twisted, and everything turned very difficult towards me, very sour towards me. And I became, that's the thing, like when in today's time, uh, when I'm mind coaching people and teaching
Mm-hmm.
such high values, and such how to live a tough life, once upon a time I was the weakest, and I
Yeah.
was actually depressed, and I lived under depression for many years, not just few months. Right after, when my, you know at the age of 13, for many years I could not find out that why am I like this, and why am I like, I always used to feel like something is wrong with me, why I'm unable to connect with people, why I'm unable to connect with my family, why nobody sees that how much pain I'm going through, why I'm like, when I'm alone, I'm doing the things to hurt me, and to, to break things
Uh-huh.
all alone. And those were the things which I never spoke about, and I thought, like, I think something is wrong with me. But now when I see people over here, and how much pain and suffering in others' lives, and that's where a couple of years ago I started switching many everything to the other side, and
Mm-hmm.
started helping people, and that gave me the real satisfaction, instead of pursuing and chasing my own dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then now my dream and helping people combined together is the actual goal.
Because you're able to resonate with their pain.
Yes, that's the reason when they sit with me, it takes like hardly 30 seconds that something is wrong, and I can look in their eyes and I say, like, what you're hiding, tell me
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them, they start crying. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason is because of my pain and all the questions I had, and nobody answered, and I had to find my answer. After finding those answers, and to be honest, and thank God nobody ever helped me, but I know that's a very, very difficult situation, and that's why I am there for people to help them, and to make them realize that, and make them understand that yes, you can do it, and life is much better than what you actually think, because in the end, it's just your thought process, and nothing is real. It's just the way you think, and you can change the way you think, and your life will change.
So is that why you did the NLP, to help yourself and also to help your clients? Because when you're coming to you, there is physical fitness and you've done your NLP. So it's a wholesome package. It's a package deal coming to your programs.
Yes, exactly. And to be honest with you, I had no idea what NLP is. One of my client, once, I was training him a couple of years ago, and he said, like, do you know about NLP? And I was like, I have no idea. What is the full form of NLP? So, like, neuro linguistic programming. I was like, okay, so something neurons, I understand. He explained to me NLP, and he said, like, you do this. This is the part of NLP you do. And trust me, he kind of like managed to convince me that 70% of what I was doing is part of NLP. And I said, like, why not to learn 30% more, and get into my program and help others? It's like, and you are naturally doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
you have an
when
instinct
you're
towards it.
naturally doing it, and that how it happened in past 20 years, while improving my own life and helping myself. That's how it happened. Visualizing, and uh, just working on my mind, constantly thinking positive, and constantly seeing the the other side of the picture, So those thought process and mind training helped to develop this.
Yeah. So you said so I read that when you first went to Bombay, you were working in a tea stall, you were working like cleaning gyms, working as a cleaner in gyms. So you've done it all to having your own, to owning your own empire today. So
it's a very funny story actually in Bombay. I went to become a trainer.
Okay.
Because like when you're
at
young,
the age of 16, that is.
Yeah. When you're young and you built a good physique, and that too so soon, you are like you start becoming popular among girls and among guys also, and the guys want to know what's your routine, and girls want to be your friend. And then I was lacking everywhere, that I had no money and no support, and I was mostly quiet because what I was going through inside, like no education, and I was fighting with my own self and what's happening to me, and why I'm not accepted in the society. So, but since I knew that the kind of
attention
people showing interest, attention, I was getting, so that made me let's try Bombay and go there and become a good trainer there, because I heard like the personal training is going on there. There's something, one gym was very famous at that time, a chain of gyms worldwide, and I went there. I did a course there. Before the course, actually, when I went there, one of my friend went with me. I'm sure you must have heard a lot of stories about Bombay when people go. What happened to them?
Yes. Bombay is this big bad world of
something happened to me also. Something happened. It's a very funny story. I would like to share that. One of my friend who said like, we have a place to live, we do this and do that. Let's go. I had 1,500 rupees, which I saved in past 2-3 years. I managed to save that much.
1,500 rupees.
Yeah, 1,500 rupees. And I remember it was, I think, a slipper class ticket was around 200 to 50 rupees. And I went there, 1,500 I still had. And it was hidden because I knew Bombay is like not a safe place when you go first time. It was hidden under my socks. And so 500 one side, 500 on the other socks, and 500 was in my pocket. So it was like that. And then as soon as we went there, someone pushed me from the train. And the train was at the other station. I jumped off the train. Like it was slow train, not very fast. And my friend also jumped with me. As soon as we jumped, there was 2 constables. They came like you did not let, because they saw like what kind of clothes we were wearing and all. They knew that we are new, and it's a national. It's not a local train. It's like coming from somewhere. It's the other station. That is a national station. And they called us and they were like, "Come, show what you have, what you don't have." And it's like, you already made one mistake. This is the crime to
jumping out of the train.
Yeah, jumping out of the train. It's like I said, like, but it was not me. Someone pushed me from the back.
Yeah.
Like, but it's okay. And you throw and then the other crime was that you throw your stuff there. I was like, my friend had to throw, otherwise how he will give me? And this like, it's okay. So they opened a book of law and order, and it's like, it's a 5,000 rupees is the fine. I was like, sorry, I don't have money. It's like, how much money you have? So
they
checked my pocket and there was 500. I was like, this is all I have. And so then they checked my friend's pocket also, and he had some money. He was also hiding. We both were hiding. We both had 500. So they took mine and they said like, he has 500. You both can share with that. So yeah,
that is your first impression of Mumbai, like landing. That's the first impression you get.
Yeah, and then my friend who arranged everything where we're gonna stay, he got a call. We went to that place, and then he said like, sorry, they already have another roommate and all that, and we cannot stay there anymore. And my friend said like, you just stay here, I'll come back. And he left from there as well. And I had no idea why he left, where he went, what happened. I was just
the friend who came with you.
Yeah.
And he's lost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he was gone. And then I called my mother, and my mother was working as a librarian. She still works as a librarian, and she said like, and she started crying. And the people who were reading newspapers at that time, and this like, what happened? What's wrong? Is this like, my son is there and he has nothing? So one person's like, let me try something, if I can do something, if I can get some help. Then I got one number from there. My mother managed to help me, got me one number. His name is Salim Siddiqui, and he Salim Sheikh, and he I called him, and then he sent his brother-in-law to pick me from Kandivali station. And then we went, and it was my first experience to going to Charles, the suburb, that area. And I was like, is this the place we're going to live? And then, yeah, don't worry. We have a nice house there. I was like, fine, let's go. And you will not believe that my cabin is bigger than that right now. And 8 people were living in that. And I was like, here, seriously. And there were like three females were there. And I just didn't feel good. And I was like, let me just put my stuff here. And there's a mosque, the opposite. I'll talk to someone over there. And I went there and I spoke to the Muazzin, and he said like, yes, I said like, I'll give you whatever you want, just about 3 days. Just allow me to sleep here 3 days. And 3 days I lived there. And that's why I had to take a job on tea stall, because I had nothing left while searching for, a training job. And then training, of course, you required a personal training certificate. I did not have that time. And
yeah, you were only 16.
You can be a floor cleaner right now. I said like, fine, I'll do that.
Anything.
I'll do anything, because I have done anything and everything. And that was when I saw those gyms, it was still heaven. And it was still better than what I have been doing before. So my life was growing. Maybe now when I'm telling you the story, it's looking like kind of very interesting or different. But that time for me,
life.
That was growth. That was growth. That was plus, not minus. So I wanted to see anything plus. That's it. Yeah. Anything which is better than what I had before, I'm ready to take. Nothing. And that's how I did everything. When I came to Dubai also, when I did the cover pages of magazines and Splits Villa, with clients also, everything, my attitude is start. And that's why sometimes I post on my stories also, do with whatever you have and whatever it takes, just do it. Don't wait. Don't wait for the best time or right time, or someone will help you, someone is going to guide you. It's not going to happen. Just do it. And don't make mistakes in that. Learn from your mistakes. Always take as learnings. Once you learn, just do it better. And every time you think like you're making a mistake, it's a learning. Take it positively. Don't cry about it. People usually cry when someone is there to listen to their crying.
Weep story, sob story.
So with me, I never had. So
someone to cry.
Nobody was there to listen. Exactly. And now I have become like that I get very upset. I get very angry. I get like, sometimes I tell people to be off, but I never cry. I never say like, why me and why this situation? Because come on, in 32 years and since the age of 4, I have seen so much that now I feel if I have lived all these different lives, I don't think anything can be worse than that. What I had like when I was 10, 12, 13. So what worse can be? Okay, maybe I'll lose what I have today, but I still know how to build it because I built it. So that's how it works.
So when did you get your first break? When was your first big break? Like, while doing while working at the tea stall, while cleaning the gyms. So who identified you and who gave you that first break? Was it Splitsvilla?
You will not believe. Actually, Ayushman Khurana just recently posted his picture, his body shot. And to be honest with you, you asked me this, and I remember that gym when I was a cleaner. I was about to message him. I lost his number also now, but I was about to message him that he was the first person. And that time he was an RJ in Radio Mirchi, and he just did roadies.
Okay.
And he won roadies. So I was a cleaner and I was cleaning, and I was the last person in the gym to fix everything, and I was putting weights. And some guy came with spike hair, with some beard and wearing specs and stand collar, skinny guy. And I was like, hey bro, can you please help me? I said, yeah, sure, I'll help you. And I went there and I started helping him. And I'm like, so what do you do? Because I was very curious to learn and to know people. And it's like, what do you do? I was like, yeah, I'm Ayushman, and I'm an RJ, I'm on this, and I'm an actor. And I looked at him, I was like, seriously, are you an actor? Because he was not
anything looking like
what you guys know right now. And I told him, like, seriously, you're an actor. He's like, yeah, I am an actor. I'm doing theater also, and I'm doing one show that time on Doordarshan, he told me. Okay. I don't remember which show was that. And then we became friends. And he was guiding me, to be honest with you, because he's an educated guy. He's a very educated guy.
Yeah.
And he told me, I'm very blessed to have right people at the right time in my life, and everyone who came in my life. And when I'm ready to learn, trust me, I will learn better than the person who's teaching me. So I will not just catch the words, but I'll also catch the body language, the emotions, the environment, the intensity. I'll not just catch the words what you're teaching, but everything, even your own life, I will catch that. I will adopt.
Because there
try
is
to
this
learn
sponge
from that.
inside you, that is craving for all the like education that probably you would have missed in your prime years, right? So you're just absorbing everything that you're getting.
Yes, exactly. So he told me these things that no matter how much you work out and this and that, always pay attention on your education, read good books, this, everything he told me. And
so he was a mentor of sorts.
We met like a couple of times only.
He was like mentoring you, right?
Like,
yeah.
But
very
just
briefly.
See what that's why when people say like Yasir, when in TYB, when we join and we meet you first time, and many of them, they say like, yes, our life has changed just meeting him once. And some says like, no, he doesn't meet and all that because I don't have time, to be honest. But I've trained my team to keep updating me and keep making the whole program on point and keep getting the all the information, what's going on and how to change, what to change. I keep messaging people, talking to them, but meeting like for 1 hour. And that's why from where it came is actually the kind of people I met in my life. I never asked them to meet me again and again, but just get everything what they have to offer me. If someone is offering, but now if sometimes I'm meeting people 10 times, even if they are unable to change, it means they're not ready. They're thinking of themselves too much, like, oh, what we have is enough. If you keep thinking like that, trust me, nothing is gonna be enough to change you. I trained Tiger Shroff also, and I was training Tiger at 2000.
Really?
9. Yeah. Wow. In 2009, and Tiger came.
So I mean, like, when did you get your certificate for this to be a physical trainer?
That happened after I met Ayushman, and after I was doing these. I was working in that gym, and they said like, okay, if you get the certificate, then we will deduct from your salary, because I had no money to pay, to be honest. 2,500 rupees was my salary. First 2,500 rupees, which is, if you convert it in dirhams right now, is 100 what 2,500, 125. Yeah, so that was my salary, and I was paying for my rent, I was food, clothes, everything, my transportation, everything. And in my entire life, I never got a job where they actually give a fixed salary, they give accommodation, they give anything. So now that's why when I'm doing my business, I'm learning all these things to actually, okay, so actually that's how you take care of your employees. That's how you pay for this, you pay for that. I was like, man, if someone actually have done all this for me, wow. And like how you have perks for your employees, you give extra, you do this. And I'm like, man, it's so interesting to see that actually the business is like this. So I'm learning about business. Now when you see that TYB is growing so big, trust me, I didn't even start. When I say I'm just getting started, I say from the bottom of my heart, I didn't even start till now. It's just I'm learning.
Got a long way to go.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, and then when I did my course and I shifted the jobs, and Ayushman also, like, I met him hardly 3-4 times that time. But then later on stage, I met him a couple of times for advice, and he was very helpful, and he invited me for his marriage also. We were like on and off coffee and dinner and all of that. So I didn't get a chance to meet him, to be honest with you, since 2000, I think 13, 14. And no connection, nothing. But I know when I'll see him, how he will react. Okay. I'm sure he's aware. I'm sure he is aware of what I'm doing, because there are a lot of people in industry who sometimes message me, or sometimes when I meet them, they know. Okay.
So you worked with these celebrities. So you were training these celebrities like in that very short period of time, like from when you got a certificate.
Yeah. So when I was training Tiger, I was a trainer there. I was not a personal trainer, so I was not his personal trainer, but I was training him, and I used to train him every day, not like officially personal, but he used to come to gym, and I used to like give him the plan and this and that. And he was also very kind to me, to be honest with you. He offered to give me meal replacement, because I had long hours and I was very long hours. I used to work always extra, and he was like, I'll get you meal replacements so you don't miss your, because I was losing weight. I was losing a lot of weight. And he used to see me like, yes, sir. And he was the first one who actually called me, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was the one who, and then many of my clients, they say like, yes, sir. Because YASIR is like, yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he was the first one who called me that. And he told me, but I said like, no, please don't get me anything. And I don't like taking gifts or anything from clients. Though that time it was very much needed, but I said like, please don't. Like whatever I'm doing, I don't need any favor for that. So he did the cover page of Men's Health. Yeah. So see, all these, now why I'm telling you these things, because all these things, when you start visualizing yourself, everything happened to me later. Like Ayushman met me, he taught me a lot, and he was the second roadie winner. I did Splitsvilla, and Splitsvilla roadies are from the same company, Viacom, and the same makers are the same. I end up doing Splitsvilla. I was in the finale. I was about to win, to be honest. I was just very close to win. And then I met Tiger, and he just did a cover page of his Men's Health, and he got me the cover page of Men's Health. I looked at the Men's Health and I was like, wow, someday I wish to be on the cover page of Men's Health. And he said like, keep working hard, bro. You're doing very well. And inshallah, you will be on the cover one day. And it was, I think, 2009 he appeared, if I'm not mistaken. Not exactly remember 2010 or 9. But then 2011, I was on the cover page of Men's Health. And these things, like just things happen one after
Picking
another.
off all your dreams.
Yeah. And then from there to Splitsvilla to, then I came to Dubai. And Dubai also, when I came with 200 dirhams, because to be honest, I was not very good with
money management,
financials and money, not management. I mean, first I needed to have money. To be honest, I'm very good at money management. Whenever my business coaches, they say like, you need to save, I think 30% every time. But I told them like, but I save 70%. That's the other thing, that I don't have money to save a lot. Maybe that's why you feel like it's not a lot of money, but I'm saving 70% my because the whole day I'm spending in the gym.
I
used to
you
not
don't have
anymore.
expenses.
I never had any expense, and I used to eat good. That's it. I used to live. I lived any place, anywhere. I just need my 6 hours quiet sleep, and that's it. I'm out and running and doing things all the time. Most of the time, I have 16 to 17 hours I used to spend in gyms where I'm working and training clients. And my diet was like boiled eggs, boiled chicken, rice, maybe protein bread or something. Maybe if I have some money, if I can afford peanut butter, and just these things. And protein shake, if I can afford. I used to have protein shakes like 2 to 3 months in a year, because it used to be very pricey, very costly. I could not afford the whole year. And whenever I want to prepare for any shoot, I would take protein for 2 to 3 months. So that's how. So that's why always money management, I'm good, because of almost not low expenses, but I think almost no expenses, I would say.
Beyond the food. So I mean, like when you worked at Splitsvilla, so let me quickly tell the followers that Splitsvilla is the glamorous version of Big Boss on MTV. I'm like, where a lot of good-looking people are pitted against each other, and they're doing all sorts of physical, fights and madness happening. And that's so. Weren't you enticed by this glamorous industry, or didn't you want to work there anymore? And because also you're very closely working with these different celebrities in your gym.
I've very closely worked, and I've got many times offered many roles, to be honest. Some of the movies are very famous movies now, and the side role, the second lead, I've got.
Can we get at least a couple of names?
I've been offered to actually play one of the friends, the second lead in what is that movie? See, I'm very bad with these things, movies and all. Where Ranbir Kapoor was there, and Katrina Kaif.
Ranbir Kapoor.
I don't.
Jagguja.
No. So the friends are there. 4 friends. One role was for me over there, and still there is more. And there's a couple of TV shows also, which I did not take. The reason is I don't just live my healthy lifestyle and the lifestyle which I have and the kind of lifestyle I teach to people. I don't just show. I personally live more than what I teach. So it was not aligned with what I was, the kind of life I wanted.
Really?
And many people actually told me, the men's health editor of Men's Health also told me, he's a good friend of mine now. He told me, like, you are getting very good offers and people are actually calling me for you. So you should actually take something on.
Yeah, because like if you think about it in a best case scenario, I mean, like given your looks, your body, your name Khan also, you could probably replace a Salman Khan, like, in a very best case scenario. But in a realistic scenario, like what do you think you would have liked to do? Like you be a hero or an anti-hero?
Yeah, I was not interested, but of course, if I get now, life is different. Before, my life was different. Before, my mind was different. Before, I had this hardcore fire and passion to achieve something, to do something. Now I'm more open to do many different things in life. That's why you see many things what my team makes me do. Many of the things which I didn't want to do before, but now I want to do, and I'm doing it, and I'm growing. Because when you are that tunnel vision, and you want to achieve and you want to reach somewhere, you want to sort out the main issues, the basics. When I sorted them out, now I am more open.
Now you're in a better place to explore.
Yes, exactly. And now when I get offers, if I get offers, so definitely I'll see what I'm supposed to do. But of course, for something which is like, which is my real story, underdog, and coming from the rigs to riches, and something like that, I would love to play. And I am, yes. People do call me an angry young man for whatever the reasons are there, for if someone doesn't follow the diet.
Yes. So quickly, like, when we are on the topic of Bollywood. So now, like, we've always grown up to believe that, a good diet and a good health, gives you a longer life, it assures you more longevity, right? But lately we've seen, really young people, young stars in the movie industry, like, were very much into fitness. Actually, they've passed away, even while working out in the gym. So what is your take on that?
Passing away.
Because we know those people are, like, really working on their health. They're very careful about, what they do.
Accidents happen to very good drivers also.
Yeah, but then, they died of a heart attack, right? So we would assume that there's such health freaks.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying, like, if you are driving on the road and something happens to you, and if you are a very good driver, majority of the accident doesn't happen because you don't know how to drive. Or you're not a good driver. Majority of the accident happened, just accident happened. And when it comes to heart fail or something like that, you never know what's going on inside. But because when you are working on your body, on your muscles, maybe you are stressed, maybe you are some issues going on in your personal life, maybe your immunity is very low, maybe you're not sleeping properly. That's why I focus on making all my clients to please do sleep 7 hours, please do this properly, have a proper routine, because just keep working intensely on your physique is not enough. You need to work on your mind. You need to stay calm, and see, and
you need to switch off at times.
You need to fix your diet to another level, because since your childhood, if you're eating bad, and now at the age of 30 you start training, and at the age of 32 something happens to you, or 31 something happens to you while training. So why you blame training? Why don't you blame the diet you had, the kind of lifestyle you lived 30 years of your life? First, you need to see that maybe that created something, the cholesterol, the kidney failure, the lungs, the everything, all your organs, the hormones disbalance that happened there. Now you're trying to fix. Maybe it's too late. Maybe you're just looking fit, but you're not fit from inside. So I don't think there is any. It's even relevant, because some people sleep and they don't even wake up. So what? Should we stop sleeping? People, like eating, and then they choke. So should we stop eating? And some people commit suicide because when they are in a relationship, they break up. So should we not get in a relationship? Some people, many of the farmers in India commit suicide because of whatever happened there. So what? Stop being farmer? I think it's just not relevant. And your death is not in anybody's hand. It's in God's hand. That's what I strongly believe.
Yeah.
And when it's written, you cannot blame on anything, even health or healthy lifestyle or unhealthy lifestyle, driving fast or driving slow, nothing or anything. It just happened. Many people get a lot of diseases. They have never smoked, they have never drunk, or they've never done
ultimately it's all in the hands of God.
They still got cancer. They still got cancer. So I think instead of focusing on that, I strongly believe that you should focus that how these things making you live today. Is training making you a better person, making you more committed? Is it making you healthier? You're looking good, you're fitting well in your clothes, you're better with your family, you're better with your colleagues. If it's making you achieve your goals apart from just your body goals, apart from that, you're achieving goals in your work, in your business, in your relationship, you're better with your time management. If it's because training makes you disciplined, if it's giving you all these things, then why not? Because it's making your today better.
Yeah. When you
And
say
if
all
your
of this,
today is better, your future is better.
so when you say all of this, this is what all of us want, in our life. We want to look good. We want to fit into our clothes. We want discipline. So what do you think is the biggest stumbling block, a new client of yours would have? I mean, like when they get into this regimen.
The biggest issue with my client, which I have noticed majority of my client, is that it's very easy to say that don't think, think out of the box. It's very easy to say don't think like you are stuck in a box. But to be honest, majority of my clients, when they come to me, and that's what I have sensed, that in the box, because your mind, your conscious mind, if you too focus on your conscious mind, it will never let you think out of your box. You have to focus on your subconscious mind. That how you're building your subconscious mind, how you're working on your subconscious. And there's a way you can work on your subconscious mind, and you will not even realize this happening. And that's what happened to many of my clients. That's what happened to my client Nikki. That's what happened to my client Ali Bhatti. That's what happened to my client Khalid Al Amiri. That's what happened to majority of my clients. And I have Aaron, Dia. That I make people, I take them out from their own mind and make them see that life is beautiful, life is amazing. If you actually, and these are the things, life is not that bad, it's not that difficult. And they will like, wow, why nobody ever does before? And now why? Because maybe, like for an example, maybe every time someone or the other is keep telling me about how to click a picture, let's take for an example. But when I go and sit with a professional, I will pay attention, and I will literally listen, and I will do the right thing. And how the person is connecting with me, how we are connected right now, how connecting that person is, and how pure, and what is the intention of this person for teaching me. That's very important. So that's why maybe I will take 1,000 advices how to click a picture, but when I will sit with the right person, and if he will give me just 10 minutes, I will understand.
That's and if you sense that correct intention.
Exactly. If you sense, that's what happened to me. And that's why artists, especially actors and all artists, I get along with them very well. That's what happened when what Ayushman told me, what Tiger told me, what my clients who are artists. For an example, Khalid, he just acted me yesterday. What he told me, any artist, because they are very artists, they are not fake. That's why they have managers.
Yeah.
Because I
always, the tough front.
I always believe exactly. I always believe body is an art, and I am an artist. And I'm an artist of art. The transformation is an art, and I'm an artist because I connect from heart to heart, and I don't think like the business point of view, like how the business is going to be. Yes, I do the crazy marketing and everything, but that's as an art.
And only then the person who's coming to you for help also can feel that, can sense that kind of comfort. So also you think, now there is this movement happening where a lot of people are saying you have to embrace yourself, you have to be happy in your skin. All these shows about like, the perfect bodies, is something that, you don't have to always aspire to. You have to be happy with how you are. So how do you counter that?
Well, to be honest with you, as I said, that my job is to put people, take them out of their own mind and thought process. And that's what I've changed with Nikki also, because Nikki used to be a plus size model, and she was heavy, and
she was she was an advocate for that.
She's completely different, and she was known for plus size modeling. She used to get like shoots and everything, but now she inspired so many people, so many women. I'm very proud of her. But so when people say like, let me live the way I want and let me be happy and blah blah blah, see, that's you are under the influence of your own surrounding and the food you are eating and the kind of the image you think you have. But after 5 years, it will not be the same. You need
that statement is lit.
Exactly. After 5 years or after 10 years, when your kids, first of all, to be honest with you, if you are like 110, 120 kgs, it's very difficult to conceive kids. And because I am dealing with a lot of clients and I know how, trust me, it's I don't want to talk about
Challenge.
this, but it's
Yeah.
very sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad to see that. And then when they are like, Yasir, I wish we had someone like you 10 years before. And, but if they could have fixed their lifestyle 10 years ago, 15 years ago, they would not be facing this.
So you're
So
saying
that's why
this is like a phase. You're saying this is a phase where which people get trapped into.
It's just a phase towards getting worse, not getting better. It's impossible. I will never agree to this. It's because the world is going not. I don't see the world is getting better anywhere. You know, like there are people who are trying very hard. People like me and people like you and a lot of people who are putting good, but it's a constant fight. You know, because in today's time, for an example, like if I open a TYB gym, which I'm going to, will be very difficult to get clients and to compete with the other gyms, because the other gyms are not that hard. They just want the client and they just want membership, and they would not care what you do. But I would care what you do, how you live your life, and what you know, the whole commitment level, the nutrition, the mind coaching, the training, until you achieve your goal, and then you're on your own. I will teach you how to be on your own, and then you go to, but that's hard. You know, to do these things is very hard. To do the right is difficult in today's time. To do the right,
I think that's been always the same.
If you do the wrong, now if I open a gym where it's like, oh, this free, that free, just come in, and if you come in and you pay 2 days, you will come. Third day onwards, you will not come. Nobody will give you a call that why you are not coming. You should come. You will not get results. But they will give you a call when there is a renewal.
Yeah.
Because that's why to do the right is very difficult, and people go against me when I'm trying to do the right, and they are going against also. When I will do wrong, nobody will go against. Because there's no friction. When you change people, you create friction. Because you're changing their mind. To change the mindset is the most difficult job and tough job in the world. I can guarantee you that. Because
more than changing bodies.
When you fight someone physically, it's about strength. When you're fighting something which you cannot touch, you cannot see, that mental strength is very difficult. And every time you fight and the person will go out and they have the other influences, and you are losing them, then again this person will come to you. You have to fight again. You have to create a friction again. You have to, and you have to be very patient. So I
think a lot of these issues are because, you know, everyone is so exposed to the different ideologies, the different, you know, ideas that are propagated out there in social media. All our minds are so conflicted. You don't know what do you want to, you know, stay committed to. Now, one person says like it's all about fitness. The other person says embrace yourself. The other person says eat your life. You like eat all that you want. You know, live your life. So your whole mind is conflicted. You lose your focus on what you want.
I strongly believe that what is the best way and the right way, that what you can do for the closest people in your family and your kids and your friends, if what the kind of life you are living, if you want to give the same life to your sister and your daughter and your mother, go do it. But I can guarantee you, 90% of the people, what they say, they embrace and this and that, they would not want such life for their mother and their father or whoever they are. They will not want that.
Yeah, they'll want it for everyone else but their family. So what do you think? Like, you know, now we know how hard it is to build a body. I mean, like, it's a challenge, you know, it's a commitment that you have to make towards building a body. So is it harder to build a body or then maintain the body? Because you have to always be able to maintain it after you've created that. Or do you just plateau and fall down?
For this question, that's what many people think. What is difficult? Just accept it that nothing is easy. That's it. Nothing is easy.
I think you have to come in with that mindset.
Exactly.
It's going to be it's going to be a tough haul.
Every day, okay, tell me, forget about this. Tell me what you are doing, what we are doing. Like, is it this easy? If it was easy, everyone would be doing this. Simple. If you ask them, someone like me who is, you know, like, there are many things which is very difficult. Like for an example, like dancing. If you ask me to dance, it's very difficult. Oh my God, it's very difficult, very, very hardcore. But at the same time, someone else is like very smoothly, naturally is a very good dancer. So what is easy? Nothing is easy. Then we should stop thinking about, we should stop choosing easy first, because that is what is easy today for you, that's going to make your life difficult tomorrow. And what is difficult today for you is going to make your life more enjoyable tomorrow. I would not say easy, because you have to find something more difficult. If you think this is going to be easy, then and you sustain with that, then you start going downwards.
You fall off the wagon.
for you. So, but you become tough, you strengthen up, and you become, stronger day by day. So that's your goal. Your energy should be invested in that instead of thinking how I can do something easy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that was a lot of intense talk. So I think maybe we need to ease up a little bit. And so we'll go to a fun segment called the quick takes. Okay. So this is like, very fun, relaxed segment. I need fun, quirky answers right off the top of your head. Okay. So Yasir, like, people always know you to be a tough taskmaster with your rigid, diet plans and your tough, gym diet regimen and everything. So like, being so tough on a scale of 1 to 10, how chill are you really? Like, would you want to tell your clients you are?
10.
Really?
Yeah.
Because people view you as a really tough taskmaster, with all these rigid plans, like no cheat days, no, no falling off. But you're chill.
See, no, I am a 10. That's why I said 10. Because
not even a 9.
Because see, in the end, I am 10. Why I'm telling you 10? Because what I do, I see the beyond what I'm doing now. I see the beyond that, like, like the future. What I'm doing now, I know by creating and doing this is gonna make people really chill in the long run. And they're gonna be really happy when they see their friends, when they see their kids, that they have adopted their lifestyle, what I'm teaching them now. They're gonna be really happy. So why not? So that's why I said 10, not 1, because I don't want to be chill now. I want to be chill forever. Why should I be chill just now? Why should I be chill just over a weekend? I want to be chill forever by doing what I'm doing.
Okay. So what is your superpower?
That's a good question, actually. What is my superpower? I would say my superpower is my past. The pain I have, the drive I have actually came from my pain and my past, all the hardships. I am very grateful to have such a past and such people who came in my life and taught me, good or bad. So my superpower, if I did not have that, I would not be Yasir Khan, the Yasir Khan I am today.
So what would Yasir yearn to do on a cheat day?
I do on a cheat day.
But I don't think you have a cheat day on your plan, right?
No, of course I have. People don't know that I'm a big foodie. Foodie. Many of my clients think like I'm not. And that's why I tell them do not cheat, because if I could control, if I'm doing it to inspire others, then why not you? You should do it too. So that's why when I am dieting, or like when I'm on my diet for my competitions and all, like it's a very extreme diet, very hardcore. But I'm a big foodie, and on my cheat days, my favorite is Five Guys burger.
Oh,
and, intense. That too like a triple patty and triple cheese, triple patty, this big. Like it's really solid burger, and I have it here every time when I'm like on a hardcore diet, once a week or whenever I have cheat day. It depends on my coach, whatever my coach is. I have a coach.
So you have another coach who's training you?
When I'm preparing for the show, I always keep a coach, so that, because when you go on a diet, you lose your mind.
Yeah.
I also lose my mind. So I want someone to control me, give me shit that, you cannot do this at all. This is not acceptable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hire a coach. Usually my coaches are in abroad.
Okay.
Because I look for someone who is not only just from the same field, but also someone who is like, who can understand, who is very calm. Usually people who are who can understand my mind. It's very difficult to control me. When I go off, I usually don't go off when I go. So that's why I need to have such respect, because I believe no matter who you invest your time in, the person needs to be like someone really, what
someone
you want to
look
be
up to, right? Yeah.
Yeah, who you can look up to. Like I have seen like people who when they hire trainers or hire anyone, any coaches or teachers, and they're like having fun with them. They're making a lot of jokes. No respect, literally no respect. I'm not talking about cracking jokes is bad, but no respect. They're like, yeah, if I will not come, it's okay. If I will cheat, it's okay. You cannot say anything. It doesn't work with me at all. Either you join me the way I want you to, don't just be where you are. Find your kind of people. So I believe respect is very important. And because for me, you listening to me and listening to my plan, following my plan, because I've created such a huge team. There are so many people who are doing the follow-ups and everything and updating me is about respecting me. And if you will not follow any, if you will not listen to this, it's about you're disrespecting me. The same, I look up to the same people. I find such people who I can respect, who are very honest, who know what is right and wrong. And I know, like, I'm, little fear should be there in my heart. If I do wrong, this guy is gonna kick me out.
Yeah, they're going. Yeah. Okay, so it's the triple patty burger from Five Guys.
And one more thing, and double fries, please.
Oh. So you're going full on with it.
And double fries, large. And why Five Guys? Because when you go to Five Guys, they give extra fries. Like they give you a fries in the cup.
Yes. Yeah.
So I want 2 cups. And whatever is the space is left, they put more. So literally the whole packet is filled with fries. So, and extra ketchup.
Oh. So who is a celebrity client that you aspire to train?
Shah Khan.
Wow.
He is my hero. He is my, not just for his movies, but as a man who he is, and very intellectual, very smart, very witty, as we all know. Shah Khan is, and what he has created out of his life. That's I would say from Bollywood.
Yeah, but that's another beautiful story.
Yes, an all-time favorite who I want to train, and this is a very good story I can tell you, is His Highness Crown Prince Sheikh Hamdan.
Oh, that'll be epic.
because
we all love him.
For me, the reason to come to Dubai is him. I wanted to go to America always because, like anybody who is in fitness and bodybuilding, it's America. It's like New York, it's California, Muscle Beach and all that. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, those are the heroes, right?
So, but you did have one of your competitions there, right? Your bodybuilder competitions. You had one of them in the US.
But not in America. I have competed in the States, in UK, not in States.
UK, okay.
UK, Italy, and many other places, but not in the States. But yeah, Mr. Olympia happens there. But when I got rejected twice for America, and that time, the 9/11 season was going on, that 3-4 years. Very difficult. They were not giving visas and all. And again, my name is Khan. And I saw one guy who was doing a lot of stunts. And I had no idea who he is. He was on the football field and the bulky arms and everything. I'm like, wow, such a nice. And my sister got married actually in Dubai that time. And I was like, and I was always into fitness, everything, reading about fitness, people and this and that. And my sister sent me something, look at him. And he is he's the Prince Fazza. I was like, wow, what a nice physique. I was like, I want to train him. So, like my vision, and I have no shame of saying anything ever. Since my childhood, whatever I want, I just say it. And I feel like if I don't say and if I won't achieve, anyway, there's nothing I create. But at least if I say, and because I strongly believe in the mindset. And if this is the, birth of my thought that I want to train Crown Prince Sheikh Hamdan, and the way you deal with people, that these people are very important for you. Every single transformation is taking you one step closer to your main goal. If you don't have that goal, you will give up on anything and everything. If clients are very difficult to deal with, if business is going down, if I don't have money, which I never had, and things are very difficult to deal with, you will just give up. So now, when I have such a big goal, such a high goal that I want to train that, and now for that, that's why I do a lot for giving back to people. I do a lot to.
Oh yes, to also UAE. Participating in the fitness month.
Yes, exactly. That's why I did. That's why I did the TYB Transformation Challenge, aligned with his his ideology, his vision, 30-30, so that anyhow I can support his vision, and I can at least, maybe not the whole Dubai, but at least I can inspire my own community, which I am at a very bigger level, giving back to my community. So at least somewhere, somehow he sees, yes, there is one man, a very small man, who is actually trying to do bigger things. Then why not to support him and make him do and help him
and get him on as my trainer as well.
The TYB Transformation Challenge, which I just did, the finale, which was quite big and everything. The vision for me is that I want to create that every year. And inshallah, in coming 2, 3, 4 years, I want the TYB Transformation Challenge to be one of the biggest challenge around the world, where people are coming and flying from different countries and coming to Dubai and taking part in 30-30 and TYB Transformation Challenge.
Wow.
And like
that's a huge goal to set.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to make it the fittest and the biggest influence worldwide. If you want to be fit, go to Dubai. Oh man, you're like how we see, for an example, recreational treat. The treats are like, suppose Bali. Oh, you want to do yoga, Bali, this and that. Oh, go to Bali. Then, oh, you want to be fit. You want to go to. You want to lose weight. You want to change your life. You want to improve your life. You really want to give this gift to yourself. Okay, go to TYB. Go to Dubai and go take part in TYB Transformation Challenge. I want to go. That's the plan, going worldwide.
Wow, like that's a huge goal you've set for yourself. That'll be amazing if it happens. It works here. When it works, inshallah.
It will happen. Inshallah. And Dubai is the hub. We keep Dubai as a hub because this is why I'm very, very grateful for this country. And
it's a good thing you didn't get your entry into the US. I
know. Trust me. I swear to God. That's why I say I didn't want to change a single thing in my past. Whatever happened. Not a single thing I would change. That's why. Because, and not only just that, in pandemic, man, it's at the time. Come on, I built TYB when all the businesses and the gyms were shutting down here. I built at that time. And the support I got from my community, that's what I'm just giving back. And the people who believed in me and they loved me. And they listened to me, everything. And yes, I was there for them 24/7. I helped. I created such a strong team.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the whole vision. Sorry, you asked me about celebrity, but yes, these are the people who I...
So let's shift gears a little bit. So Yasir, you're very good looking, you're successful, you're charismatic. So I think there is, a burning question out there. Like, are you single?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for seeing me as a good looking man, which I have never seen. I know I got a lot of shoots, cover pages and everything.
So you've got compliments, they've been trying to be friendly with you. So you've always been conscious of the fact. So what's happening on the dating scene?
Okay, so I've been seeing someone and not anymore now. And now I have friends, but not like any committed relationship right now. Because to be honest, when I work 18 hours, where's the time, Because I don't know. I mean, my parents are like after my marriage since last 10 years, not now.
Last 10 years.
Last 10 years, yeah.
Wow.
I'm 32. They are after me when I was 21, actually, since then. So over 10 years. And so I am committed to my work and I'm committed to my clients. And so far,
not committed to any relationship for now.
No, not now. But inshallah, in the future, I want to marry, to be honest. It's not like I don't want. But inshallah, whenever I'll be very open to people. The day I will commit, I'll be very open about it because I don't like anything hidden when it comes to commitment level. Because, I want to move and as you know, my vision I've just shared, time is very less and I want to do things fast so that I can grow faster.
Okay. So
get married, have kids quick. Jaldi.
So what impresses Yasir on a first date?
What impresses me?
Yeah.
There are a few things. Number one is smile, smell, eyes, and of course a fit lifestyle. That's a must because otherwise there's no connection. What do we talk and how to get along? And today's time there are many girls who are fit and who want to be fit. I'm not saying you have to have a perfect. I am not talking about a perfect figure or perfect, but just to have a desire that you want to train or you are training. Efforts. The right word is efforts.
Efforts. You guys at least have to be on the same page because you cannot have a person who's completely off the track.
So efforts impresses me.
How do you dump someone politely?
How do I dump someone politely?
Yeah.
It's a very difficult thing for me, to be honest. I don't like dumping people. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of time. Courage, I would say, because I don't like breaking hearts. A lot of time. I don't like breaking hearts. So That's a very difficult thing for me to do, but yes, I've done it, and I do it often.
Do it often?
The reason, exactly, otherwise the person will get more involved, and it will hurt even more. Sooner is always better than later. So the easiest is be honest, 100% upfront. If you start liking someone, just tell them on their face. If you don't like things, just say these are the things which I don't like and I want to change. If you can, um, it's good. If not, then I cannot get along, because so for me, someone, if people wake up late, especially girls, it's I cannot get along with them. Yeah, laziness I don't like at all.
Mhm.
And
Because you have a very healthy lifestyle where you wake up so early in the morning, right?
yeah, I wake up at 4 now. I'm planning to wake up at 3.
Oh my God. When do you
Exactly.
sleep?
But I'm not asking people to wake up at 3 and 4. Okay, fine. But 6 is that's it's just the vibe of a person. When you actually wake up early, sleep early, the vibe is different. When you are one of those 8, 9, 10, 11,
Oh.
some people even later, then I don't even count. So if it's like that, yes,
So
yes.
how do you look after yourself after a bad day?
After a bad day, I calm down.
How do you calm?
So how do I calm? When I go home, I switch off all the lights and I just leave a minimum light. I like the light. It's just my mind. So I'm sharing. Maybe some people who are the listeners might find that it's weird. So I like to see the light coming out of the window or the glass balcony and all. Like the natural moonlight very much. So that's why when the moon is full, I switch off all the lights. So maybe I go in the backside. I live in Dubai Hills, so there's a park. I have a huge big park. I go over there and maybe sit down on the grass. I connect with nature and connect with my past, and relive and see that the day which I have just passed is a bad day. And when I relive my past, it's way worse than the day which I had today. And then I feel like, oh, ish, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Why am I crying? What is that I need to worry about? Come on. If I've faced all that, this is nothing. So I just tell myself, come on, yes, just get up, dust yourself, and let's go to bed. And tomorrow is another day.
Yeah.
And when I do that, and that really works for me all the time. And now I have, touch wood, alhamdulillah, I have very good people around me. They can judge very quickly that I am not well. Someone would come to me home, sit with me for a while, make me understand things. Someone would give me a call, drop me a message. Even some of the clients, they just understand that something is wrong. And as much as I support them and help them, the clients are always there and helping me in everything. Sometimes
you created a nice trusted support system.
Yes. They would say like, let's go for a coffee, because sometimes they cannot open their mouth in front of me and say things. And they say like, let's go for a coffee, create an ambience, create an environment where they can actually talk, and they would talk. And I really appreciate. And it's just so beautiful to having such people in your life, which I never had. So I'm at a very good place right now, and I want to give back to people more and more. So yeah, that's how I deal with my bad day.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, like, it's always nice to have the support system around you. So what is most important to you? Fame, power, or money?
Isn't like the power is fame and money both? Like what is power? Power is actually comes from fame and money.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're saying you want power, because everything, the other two just come along.
Yeah, everything is power. So I guess I do want power. I never want to be a powerless. Money, I can, but for your question, I can say both, because fame is, for me, how I see fame. Fame, if I have the right mindset, the things what I want to do to people and to this world, I need fame, because when you are influential, people do listen to you more.
Yeah.
That's how the fame works. The money I need, what I'm creating right now, it required a lot of money. And that's the reason whatever I'm creating, paying salaries, because in order to succeed, you don't need money. You need people, and people needs money.
Yeah.
So you need to pay.
It's an ecosystem.
In order to pay, it's an ecosystem. That's why money comes in, so that I can have better people. But I would not say money over people. No. People over money. So first, money will come, but I give to people, so that I can hire, I can create a better system, and they can follow my vision, and then they can make it.
And they can create your vision
better. Yes, exactly.
Perfect. So thank you so much, Yasir. It was lovely talking to you and listening to your journey. To be very honest, Yasir, listening to you, this is one of the reasons why I started my podcast, because I wanted to bring out inspiring, motivational stories like yours. and create a platform where people like you can come and talk about these stories, because there's so much everyone can, take away from. And thank you for being such a motivation that you are, and wishing, to uplift the whole of the society and the community that's around you. And I wish you so much success in all that you intend to do.
Thank you so much. I think this is really a good initiative you have come up with, because I loved it that you not talk to me about nutrition and training, because
no,
that's like,
yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's all. I want to know you as the person.
Exactly. And I think that's more important. I think through this podcast, I hope, inshallah, people would understand that what actually Yasir Khan is, and how different it is than just
and what has built you,
coming to
amazing.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
So that's really, I'm very grateful and very thankful to be on your show.
Thank you so much, Yasir. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.